Hello and welcome to Rachel Hogan's Art. I'm Rachel Hogan and this is my art. So let me try and get that out of the way for a minute. So this year, actually, I'm going to give it a minute to let some people get on. And I'm still mixing up some colors. So I'm going to continue mixing up some colors. And I have a very special color tonight. Oops. Something fun and new that I've never tried. I've heard about it, I've never tried it, and it's gonna be amazing. So this is the day I'm trying the new thing. I don't know if you can see me very well, but anyway, yeah, I haven't streamed for since Thursday, so it's been a minute. But I need to change my lamb and make it look more like a lamb. Let me get it a little bit closer here for now. Oh God, hi, hello. Yes, you have been gone a long time. Welcome back. Hi. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you're back. Where have you been? Our little boat god. We've missed you. I think I found myself. Oh, I have found myself. Yay. Now I can read comments. Okay. So my floor moves when I walk on it because I'm on carpet, and check this out. I snapped together a bunch of snappy little board things so that I wouldn't have carpet. But when I walk on it, it wiggles the camera. So I'm going to try not to walk on it too much. So anyway, tonight we're going to be working on this little lamb. This little lamb of mine. Your orchestra has, sorry about that. Let's see. Huge concert coming up, so we have been doing a lot of after school rehearsals. Oh, that's going to be a lot of work. I think I will move this back a little bit. Yeah, I'm way too close. And Leslie Clifton, hi, you're back. How did you make that? That's crazy. Patience, lots of mistakes and fixing mistakes. So make a shout out to Anna Lee. Hi, Anna Lee. I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, it takes a lot of time and patience. Today we're working on this lamb. Now I stopped working on this painting. Well, I've stopped working on it several times over the last, I don't know, 8 months maybe, and picked at it and picked at it. And I liked some stuff, and then I didn't like some things, and then I changed some things. So, yeah, so we're going to be working on this lamb. And I did something really crazy and really special. And in this little tub is some magic. Oh, now let me turn on my fan. I need airflow in here. This little room can get pretty warm. But so a long time ago, I went to, I was talking to a famous artist, an oil painting artist, and he had painted clouds that literally glowed, just glowed. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how did you get the clouds to glow like that? So he told me his secret. And this was like, I don't know, 20 years ago or something, and I've done what he said, but I haven't tried it. And I'm going to tell you what that is a little bit later. It's going to be exciting. Um, and I'm just stepping back to look at the camera here. Okay. I think you can see me okay. Hey, sis. My Mana's here. Hey, Mana. Hi. Yeah, I feel like Forrest Gump. Anyway, welcome to my live stream. So, yeah, I'm just getting ready. I mixed up a special mixture, and what I did, like I said, we're gonna have some magic happen here from this little thing, and I've had this for probably 15 years, maybe 10 years, but a lot of years. And this is the magic that's going to make the clouds glow. And I'm going to experiment today with it, and I'm excited to do it. So right now we have a nice lamb that really needs to look more like a lamb. I was told you look like a bunny. I don't know. What do you think? Let me get it. Maybe I should get this closer. Or is the camera okay where it is, or would you like it closer to the canvas? Actually, I'm going to keep it back here for now because, and we're going to go ahead and start painting. So we're going to make first we're going to make our lamb look a little more lamby. It's going to be less bunny looking, and then we're going to have it, I'm going to do some fun things with the clouds to make them glow. And so there'll be a nice glow behind our lamb and our lion. Both God, I really love the lamb and lion. They are so cute. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, I could do it around the angels too. I'm working on the angels as well. So let me grab a brush and we will start painting our lamb. So in order to change the lamb, I'm going to have to I'm moving his face up, which is always a difficult thing to do. This is his eye here. And actually it's not a pure white that I'm using. It's an off-white color. Now, I don't remember what the paint color was I used when I started this. So I got this little partition thing. So whenever I started painting now, I'm putting my colors in here. So I have my blues, my grays, my reds, my yellows, all those things. And that way, these are the colors I'm using while I'm working on this painting, and I don't get them confused with the rest of the mess that I do. So I'm really good at messes. Working on fixing that. Okay, so we're gonna throw in, move this a little bit. I'm gonna put it on the painting for now because I'm just gonna grab a couple colors, but I'm bending over and I don't want you to look at my butt. So it's like a yellow ochre color that I'm looking for in my bin here of paint. And I had it in my hand earlier. Oh, found it. Awesome. And I also have a paper towel somewhere that I've been using to open these lids with. And I forgot where I put that too. Things just disappear, you know? So yeah, we're gonna make these clouds glow. We're gonna put an awesome glow. If you're not making a mess, you're not having fun. You got that right. Okay. So as I pick colors out of the bin, my yellow ochre has really twisted up because the lid got stuck on it. But There we go. Okay, we're going to start painting. I'm moving the camera way back here so it doesn't wiggle. And yeah, so then I don't know if you'll be able to see it that much, but it's not going to be too spectacular right away. But what I'm doing here is I'm just painting right over my sheep's, my little lamb's face, because he's looking up, but you can't tell. So we're gonna have, gonna make his nose a little longer and a little higher on his face. And I need a little more thinner on here. That paint is quite thick. Let me move this closer. You can watch me paint. You can actually see where I'm painting. There we go. So our lamb is looking up, but he needs to have a longer nose so you can tell that it's a lamb. And I'm going over dry paint. Earlier I put some paint thinner over where I was going to paint to soften up the old paint a little bit. And we're adding some yellow ochre and just blending that right onto the canvas here. So you're going to see that we're changing the whole look of this lamb. And his head's right over here. See if I can pull this off. Okay. Bring its ear back here, give it some fur. I suppose I could put some music on, but last time I did that, there was a noise canceling thing. Okay, so we want our little lamb to have a little mouth. I don't know if you can see see that. It looks like he's been muzzled. The lion turned out really good so far. I like that. And now we're gonna go ahead and get this lamb looking like a lamb. La la lamb. We're gonna use a liner brush for that. I'm gonna put his nose up here, and I'm gonna use some Payne's Gray for that. And mix it with a little bit of burnt umber for our black. So I'm gonna mix that in together. Burnt umber, Payne's Gray. So I want it to be dark, but I don't want a black black. I like putting the black on at the very end. So, to really darken the dark areas, and then I'll put white on at the very end. White. It's a thing. All right. So now that we're changing our lamb up, I was told he looked more like a bunny rabbit. And so I'm like, well, bunnies are cute, but he is supposed to look like a lamb. So I'm gonna, my stick. All right. I got my nifty stick here. So I'm putting his nose up here instead of, it was down here. Now I'm moving his nose up here. It's gonna have a happy little Little lamb nose. I think you can see that. But this floor is definitely moving with the camera. Um, the camera's on a stand right now. Okay. Now I am going to add a little bit of black because I'm working wet on wet right now. And not just soaked right into the other paint. Now, if you get too much paint on your canvas, um, it's a good idea to get some off. And having a Q-tip around helps quite a bit. A couple Q-tips. And when you get way too much paint, I just use a Q-tip and rub some off. And you can also use your Q-tip to paint. Not that I recommend doing that, but you can do that. All right, Jones Junk, welcome, welcome, welcome. 5 watching and 2 thumbs up. Oh, 5 people are watching. That's great. Yeah, I'm working on the lamb. I actually can move this closer to the camera there. Thanks for joining, Joan. Okay. I'm trying to make it so you can see what I'm doing without the camera shaking because I put this faux flooring down and the camera shakes every time I walk by it. All right, so here's this little nose. Maybe a little brush out for that. I have a wide selection of brushes that I can just grab tonight. I am grateful to have all these brushes. And like I said, in a little while tonight, we're going to try this new thing out. I'm going to show you what it is. It's a secret I learned from a master painter years ago, and I have never tried it because I don't know, it wasn't time, I guess, and I think it's time to try it. So, and it's a secret way to make your paint glow, to make the clouds glow. All right. So I mix some of that secret powder, and I'll tell you what it is in a little bit, with my paint. Okay, now this is Payne's Gray, which is very blue. So I'm going to add some burnt umber to that. How was your day today, Joan? Did you stream? I wasn't able to get online today, earlier to see if anyone was streaming. Okay, so we've got our burnt umber now. This is the shadow because he's looking upwards. So I had to modify our lamb on this painting. And that happens sometimes when you do a painting and you're going through it and you're looking at it and you're like, something just needs to change. It's not quite right. And that's the great thing about doing a painting is you have the options to you can always change it. If you don't like it, paint over it. If it needs something, it needs something. Fix it. Get it done. I just put on some paint thinner on my brush. And here's his little lamb ear right there. Because his ear's kind of pointed back. And I wanted this lamb to be looking upwards, like kind of toward the light. And my goal this year is to get these paintings completed and not have half-finished paintings everywhere in my house while I start a new project. So please help me with my goals this year, you guys. So I really, really, really want to get this finished. And I want to feel proud of something I've done, you know. Um, turn this a little bit. You didn't stream, Joan, but just uploaded a video. Oh, that's good. Tomorrow you upload another video. Oh, look at you. And stream at night. Oh, okay. And Bocad, you're getting glasses next week? Oh my goodness. Good. Have you ever had glasses before? I've had glasses since I was like in the 5th grade. See, right after the 5th grade, I got glasses, um, but then I had the LASIK eye surgery done. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. I was able to see with no glasses. It was amazing for like almost 20 years. It's been 20 years. Yeah, for 20 years. And now I'm wearing glasses again because I got the package, the LASIK package, where, no, that's cute. I think that looks more lammy. I'll just do a little bit of shading right in here. That'll make a little difference. Blend that together. The lamb is actually bigger than the lion. I wasn't really planning it to be that big, but he's so cute. Okay. Now I am stepping on a piece of flooring. I have the snap flooring I put together, but it keeps coming apart. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you my secret. Um, my secret is what we're going to do to make our clouds glow. And oh God, these glasses are pretty too. They have dark crimson frame. Very cool. And oh, well, that sounds like they're going to be really pretty. Well, that's awesome. Okay, and then what else we got? Joan, I had glasses for about 40 years. Oh, you got LASIK too? That's awesome. It's like night and day. Yeah. Yeah, that LASIK surgery is the best. I mean, I just love it. I had like so many pairs of sunglasses, so many different colors with all my different outfits. I was like, yay, this rocks. This is so awesome. And then over the years, like 20 years, it's kind of faded out. Okay, so what we're going to do to make like a glow around the outside, and I can already see it here. I put a little bit there earlier. Now, this famous artist, accomplished oil painter, just had these glowing clouds one day. I was at an art show, and I'm like, they were literally glowing. I'm like, how did you get your clouds to glow like that? So he said he took eggshells. He cleaned out the eggshells really well, turned them into a fine powder, which is what I did in here. And I've had eggshell powder in this bin forever. And recently I found out that you can um, take your eggshells and they're loaded with calcium and a bunch of other great things, and you can actually like mix it in with your food and eat it, and it's healthy for you. I mean, I don't know, like it's probably a good source of fiber. I haven't tried eating eggshells sprinkled on anything, but what I did is I took some white paint and I put it in this little capsule here. And then I scooped out some powder, some eggshell powder, and I mixed it in with this white paint. And it got real thick. And so I added some refined linseed oil. So now it's quite liquidy, but I'm also going to add a little more uh, white paint on my palette down here. And then I'm going to add some of my mixture here. This is my glowing cloud mixture to this white paint to give it a little bit more stamina, since I really, really added a lot of stuff, linseed oil with the eggshells, very, very dried eggshells, very clean and dry. And I blended them up in a food processor, which they're still not powdery enough, but it was quite powdery when I was done. Now I'm going to put some paint on my canvas here, and we're going to start seeing this amazing glow. I think we'll put some up here too. So eggshells, oil paint, a little bit of linseed oil. Now I'm working wet on dry. I have not worked this painting for a couple of months. And I have two different types of blue here. So what I'm going to do, Jones Junk. You would only eat eggshells for eggs that were not bleached or treated in any way. Oh, smart. Yeah. You know, you can keep, you know that, I can't see. Oh my goodness. Let's try that again. You know, the eggs we can keep on the counter and not have to put in the fridge. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Rich. Hey, welcome to the stream. I'm so glad you showed up. Okay, now this is where I start getting fidgety. I got too much stuff everywhere. And all right, so, okay, so I added the magic powder to my paint in this little bin. And the magic powder is the eggshell whites. And what color was this? Oh, this was for the lamb. Okay. So this brush is for my little lamb. Let's give him a little bit more of a nose here. And I'm mixing my yellow ochre with the titanium white. And being that the paint is wet, I grabbed accidentally some of that black paint. So I'm going to take my Q-tip and just kind of rub some of that off. And we'll put our white back on there. Or titanium, yeah, what is it? Yellow something, yellow ochre and titanium white. All right, and we're just going to pull that in. I have to get in here and look at it. Here we go. That's better. And also I'm going to have to let that dry again a little bit before I paint the rest of this little sheep. It's so cute. And I'm using regular titanium white, not my eggshell titanium white for the lamb. And I'm just swirling this brush around to kind of blend things in. And then we'll blend it down and around. Okay, so literal glowing clouds coming up, hopefully. Let's see how it looks. I'm excited to try this new technique. It's actually not new, it's an old technique. A lot of people mix things in with their oil colors, their oil paints. Oh, let's see, I've heard of people mixing all kinds of things. Okay, so, all right. I think I want to use this big old brush here. I haven't used this brush forever. It's actually a bristle brush. Um, get some thinner on it. I use my paint thinner like water. Like when you use acrylics, you dip your brush in oils all or in the water. I use my paint thinner like water. It's terrible for my paints. How are you doing, Rich? Okay, I'm getting some of my cerulean blue. And some white. Let's see, how does that work? Let me see which blue that is. One of these is cerulean and one of these is phthalo. Which one was which? Okay, this is, I think this might be it. Put some gray here. I think it's this one. Okay. I had so many different kinds of white. So what I'm doing is I'm just grabbing some white, titanium white, on my brush. A little bit too much thinner on there, so I'm blotting it off on the towel. Some cerulean blue. That's more of a gray blue. I must have used a different blue for that. There are so many different blues, and let's see, I have phthalo blue, sky blue. It almost looks like I've already got that was cerulean blue. Half of it is remembering like which colors you actually use on these things. Okay, but you can see we've got our blue color here. I just wish I knew. I think it was phthalo blue I was using down there. Add some more white to that. Just mix it all together. All right. So here we have our cloud color. Now I'm putting the blues down here. Now you saw me put some white up there earlier. A little bit more blue down here. I really want to have a lot of this blue color. It's all spread around nice. So when we pull our white down, it's going to blend really nicely. All right. And I just got lamb chop here. Sorry, lamb chop. We'll have to fix him. Okay, I got really excited about these clouds. I'm going to put some of that color down underneath of our little lamb as well. Kind of get some off the brush and kind of blend things in a little more too. Okay, so now I'm grabbing some of this eggshell mixture with the white. And Rich, you're doing okay? Good. Still cold. And it was snowing last night on your way home. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you must be so tired of winter. All right, I'm bringing this camera closer so you can see when I put the paint on, hopefully. Oh, hi Laura. Welcome. Thank you for showing up tonight. What an honor to see you again. I'm trying out a new thing. Well, it's an old thing from an oil painting master I talked to years ago who told me about how he got his clouds to look like they were literally glowing, literally. And I'm like, how? How do you do that? And he had mixed his eggshells, dried his eggshells, and white eggshells really well, cleaned them really well, dried them very well, turned them into a powder, and mixed them in with his oil paint. So I'm like, I am going to try that one of these days. And today is that day. Today is the one of those days. So it's definitely got a lot of texture in here. Some of it got powdered up really nice. I only had a food processor. I didn't know how to get the eggshells to be crushed completely into complete powder. So I have bits of eggshell on here. I'm not completely fond of, but it's okay. And we're going to pull that down. Let's add a little bit more here. So we're adding our clouds in. Now, as you're working with your oil paints, you're going to collect, this needs to be white, and I've got a lot of blue on here. So I'm just going to pull this right off of my brush. So how are you doing today, Laura? Did you have a good day? Oh, it's beautiful painting, Rachel. Oh, thank you. Oh, you guys are so sweet for coming on. Um, Now this little thing has the mixture of glowing eggshell paint. I don't know if you can see it or not. That I mixed up with the oil, the linseed oil. And then I added some more titanium white to it and cerulean blue, and then I added some phthalo blue as well. So this is normally what I would do at the end is add like the whites, the whitest whites, and then to make things glow. But I really wanted to try it out and see how it looked with the eggshells in it and see if they did glow. You know, his clouds like literally glowed. It was beautiful. And we'll repeat that process of cleaning off the brush, then applying more of our titanium white eggshell mixture onto the canvas until we get it to where we want it to be. And just kind of slowly bringing that down. There's quite a bit of texture on here from all those eggshells. Now I'm barely touching the canvas. I've got a really light touch going right now. And I want to add that glow up around my lamb and lion. Bring that cloud in. And I think we'll put some of that up here too. Let's put some of that glowing paint up here as well. I can definitely see a difference. I don't know if you can see the top of the canvas or not. Move it back a little bit. There, maybe you can see that better. Hey, John, 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 Rachel, use a mortar and pestle to grind the egg. Why didn't I think of that? Oh, thanks, Joan. That's smart. I have one too. Yeah, because I want to get it a lot finer than it is. It's definitely not fine enough. Right. But it's kind of cool seeing the texture though. And look how white it is against the blue background. It's very cool. Very glowy. Now put a little bit of our cerulean blue and our phthalo blue mixture because I want it a little bit darker. I just really want that white to pop. So I'm putting that darker paint right behind this cloud. And then we'll pull it up. Nice gentle touch, just like that. And I'm turning my brush over and giving it a nice wipe to get that blue off. And a little bit more white just on the tip. And we're going to bring that down into our blue. Just mix that right down in there. Just like that. Very nice. I kind of like that. I think that looks good. It's definitely giving a different vibe to the painting, to the look of it. And let's bring this out a little bit. And clouds, you really have to be patient. They have so many variables and colors and things. Pestle and mortar. Yeah, and I do have that. Thanks, Joan. Um, I should have asked you before I started. Okay, Joan. I wish my sister had a channel and showed her painting. You would love her paintings. Oh, really? Does she do oil paintings? I would love to use this for coloring clouds. Awesome. And so, yeah, I mean, if your sister can paint, she should show her work. That'd be really awesome. Now, my cloud looks a little bit rigid. I want to soften it up a little bit. And now the other kind of blue we've got going on here. Let's see. I've already got cerulean. I'm trying to find my dark blue. I've got phthalo. Is it Prussian? I forget which blue is which sometimes. Just get it open, it would be great. I don't think it was Prussian. Mm. So yeah, that cloud thing, it does seem to be glowing quite a bit. It looks really nice. Um, I like it quite a bit. I really do. I think it's really pretty. Let's see, I've got a blue green. There's another Prussian blue. Let's see if I can open this cap. Issue opening paint, tubes of paint today. Yeah, I think it was Prussian blue actually. Nice and dark. Yep. Throw that in my, this is so I can keep track of what colors I'm using on my paintings because I forget what colors I'm using sometimes. Okay. So this is the dark blue. And we'll take some eggshell white. And we're gonna mix that right in there. Oh, I did. I just opposited my cloud colors. Interesting. Well, I'm just gonna go with that. I like it. It looks pretty. And I'm using my very large number 12 Filbert brush for this blending right now. Bringing some of that white in. Get this glow around this angel too. Okay. Yeah, so to get this out, I'm using, this is my little mixture bottle of the eggshell paint. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see. Yeah. Anyway, the closer I get, the more harder it is to see. But yeah, I just mixed it in here. I'm gonna take a little bit of this and use my palette knife just to apply it onto the canvas. Definitely gonna get that pestle and mortar. That is the best idea. I think this will be all I do on the clouds then for tonight. I want it to stay fluid, and it's not really a textured paint. Well, it wasn't a textured painting, but it's a textured painting now. Also, I'd like you to know I'm very happy that I started painting earlier today. I don't know if you can see me. I'm either too close or too far away. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, because I want to start streaming earlier in the day, not at 9 o'clock anymore. And she paints with oils and acrylics, and you do some painting with acrylic and adapt and watercolors. Oh, excellent. That's wonderful. Okay, so even though I put a ton of white on earlier, I still need more white, titanium white paint. I'm so glad they make these great big tubes. Because I put in a lot of linseed oil in my eggshell mixture to thin it out, because when you put your eggshell in with your paint, it thickens it up quite a bit. Bring this down. It's going to start blending in with the blues. Same with this down here. And I think what happens is the eggshells, like maybe they reflect light better. A little bit more of this Prussian blue. I like the Prussian blue because it's actually more, it's kind of a greenish color, almost like a green blue. It's really pretty. And then we'll blend that right back up into the white. Just kind of soften. You want to really soften your touch when you're blending. It's really important to have a light touch because you don't want to mush it in. You want to lightly smush it until it gets to where you want it to be. Smush. That's a professional term. Professional painting term. Smush. Smushies. Ah, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love it, love it. And then I'm gonna grab some and white and bring it down. Wipe this off, and then I'm gonna bring some more up. And then very lightly, kind of like swirling this around a little bit. Very cloud-like. It blends up into the paint that we want to go up into. And some of that color down in here as well. Such a pretty color. And I like the variations of blues throughout the clouds, blues and grays. Put that over here too. So pretty. A little bit of phthalo blue in here. And we'll mix that with our white. Got all kinds of blues. We're going to have some pinks up in here in a little bit, some purples. And just really, 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 really put that blended in. Okay. This I'm just going to push out until it swirls and mixes with this other color. It almost looks like the ocean, actually. You bring that, make it look more cloudy. We'll put some purples in there and different colors. We have an ocean sky. Very fun. What a fun project. Midnight Dragons, welcome. That's a cool name. I love dragons. Rich, it's definitely earlier is better for you. That's good. Okay. And let's see, time usually works best for you. Wednesday, you go live at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, so I'm happy this is Tuesday. Oh, yes, definitely, Joan. So you go live on Wednesday around 6 p.m. Okay, I gotta remember that. But how fun is this? So we've had this has been really fun experimenting with the eggshells tonight. Now we've got to fix our little lamb chop here. He's got his head right up in the clouds. There you go, lamb chop. The happy little lamb chop. It's kind of like a bad name though, if you think about it, because you're calling your pet food. Lamb chop is technically what you do. You chop up your lambs and eat them. All right. Got paint all over my hands. And in my drawer, I have a bunch of t-shirts I've cut into pieces. So I can clean my brushes with those. I hope you can tell that's a lamb. I think he looks like a lamb. To me, he looks like a lamb. I'll bring this up closer so you can see it better. Look at all the different textures and things in there. There's a lot of different things. We'll add some purples and pinks into the clouds as well. And I'm going to also lighten up those angels. So it's going to be like so cool when it's done. I'm excited about this painting. I really am. And lambs are adorable. I might make that more of an eye in just a bit, but I wanted to add a little bit more paint on this little guy because I adjusted his face and brought it up and out more, and I had to paint over his nose, which is what I'm hiding right now. I'm trying to hide anyway. And yeah, you can't even tell. And I'll use my liner brush, a little bit of paint thinner. But I use my paint thinner practically just like water for my oil paints, and I use a lot of it actually. Now I think we'll give him a little bit of an eye. Let's try out my new stick here. Just a little bit of an eye. So I've never painted a lamb, and I've never painted one looking upwards either. So I think that'll be good like that. And we'll give it a little bit more shading down here. Really good paintings take time, you know. Oh, thanks, Rich. Thank you. I needed that. I want to finish it, but there's no way I can finish it in like one sitting. So this is one of those paintings people like I started getting oh, what's that website? All the artists are on it and everybody. DeviantArt. I started getting an account on DeviantArt because that's where you can go and see like more in-depth materials and behind the scenes and stuff with your favorite artists. Hello. And like do classes and things like that. So it's a paid site and people can join for like, I don't know, $3 a month or something, which is pretty cool. And I'm going to put a little bit of pink in that ear. And a little bit of pink around his nose. It's probably still, I put a lot of paint there because I'm covering up the old lamb and made a new lamb. He's on the lamb. And I know my camera keeps moving because I put this flooring down. And think I can just scoot this back a little bit like this. But I put down this new flooring on top of carpeting, and it's a snap in because I didn't want to have carpet. So it's this kind of flooring, and it just snaps in together. But when I walk on it, it wiggles the camera. So I'm being very ingenuitive here for having a room with a carpeting. So there we have it for tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in a little bit of purple because I can into the clouds. And this is a violet color. It just says violet. And I'm putting that in my little plastic bin here so I can remember which colors I'm using and which brushes. This really helps a lot to have a separate container with separate bins for your paints. Okay, and this is a filbert brush. Go ahead and get some oil on there. Most of my brushes, when I clean them, I put a little bit of soap on them to keep their shape and let them dry like that. And so I always stick my brushes in the water to remove any of that type of residue. So purple, with a little bit of white, and we're going to mix a little bit of purple in like this because clouds have many, many colors in them. And none of our clouds are going to be like all one color. So I want some purple down here. So I'm going to use my little filbert brush, just swirl around color. And I'm working wet on dry right now. This paint is dry that I'm painting over. I'm just smearing that around on the dry paint. And I want a little bit of purple over here. I'm going to blend that in with the blues. I don't even know if you can see it because once again, got my camera way too close. See, how's that? Yeah, I think you can see that better. Okay, and I'm wishing it up into the blue. We have all kinds of fun colors in our clouds. Someone said, now if you look at clouds really, they're not puffy white. They have all different colors. They have grays and blues and greens and violets and all kinds of colors in those clouds. And they, you look at it and it's kind of overall, oh yeah, those are, clouds, but you really look and you can see the different colors and they're just beautiful. One time when I was living in Idaho, and in Idaho, one night they had beautiful sunsets. It was like southern Idaho, and the whole sky was like all clouds, and it was like squares or something, and they were all patches of different colors. It looked like a quilt in the sky. It was glowing rainbow quilted sky clouds. It was amazing. I've never seen anything like it since. Just that one night was the most beautiful sky I'd ever seen. Okay, so here we go with our blues, and then blending down some of that. And grab some of that eggshell white calling it my magic cloud white, the eggshells. And just gently, just swirl it around. Everything's gonna just all blend together, all happy. And then I blend the darker colors upwards and the lighter colors I blend downwards. So it looks like, Joan, this excess eggshells, when it dries, it's probably gonna just come right off. And so I'm gonna go ahead and do that pestle and mortar. Great idea. And I'm gonna do that and grind it down some more. Because this was definitely a trial to see how it worked, but I've been dying to try it out for years. So yeah, thank you for that tip. And the other thing I wanted to was to have a soft glow from, which I may have to do once I get that eggshell ground up better, because this needs to have a glow behind him, the lamb and the lion. So we're gonna just kind of bring this around. And there's still some purple in the brush, some purple paint, which is good because that way it naturally is going to blend. As I bring the white out, it's going to blend into the white and soften it up so it's not so stark. And it's going to add color to the bottom of this cloud. Like that. I have to stand back, take a peek at it. Rich, that flooring is not supposed to be installed over carpet. It's not actually installed, it's just kind of laid over it because I kept getting paint on my carpet. That's me, that's what I do. I've like got some free flooring. I'm like, "Eh, I'll just stick it over the carpet." And this actually slides better on the flooring than on carpet. And also if I spill anything, it doesn't get on this nasty old carpet. Yeah, thanks, Joan. I'm looking forward to seeing this outcome of this too. Thank you. Oh, Candy Hearts are hi. Oh, I didn't even see you were here. Hi, Candy Hearts, and thank you for that compliment. I hope everybody's liking this. Um, this has been a really fun painting, and I am gonna finish it. We are gonna finish this painting, and we'll do it together. And I don't care if everyone gets bored of seeing it. I'm gonna paint this until it's done. Done, done, done. Put a little bit of purple in here. I think the purple's gonna come up to that there, over here. Blend, 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 blend. Nice and gentle little round, little cloud strokes. And bring it right on up into that. Very nice. And I'm bringing some of this purple down into this cloud. Get a nice mixture here. There it is. All right. Well, I've been on here for an hour. So we've had our hour of painting fun, and I am going to let this dry a bit overnight because I do want to do the eggshell thing with the pestle and mortar to get them more refined because I've got little pieces of eggshell on here, but it does actually, I see it glowing. It's definitely a brighter, whiter look, and it is reflecting the light really well. So I'm really happy about that. That's really awesome. Yeah. Yeah, so this is my oh, it took me so many times of saving eggshells and cleaning them and then smushing them and grinding them into a powder. Um, but I think the pestle thing and mortar is the best idea. So yes. Anyone have any questions before I go? I don't usually ask that because everyone usually just has questions they ask during while I'm painting, but I just thought if anyone had any questions, you could ask before I take off. And Jones Junk, can you zoom in it? Oh, yes, definitely. All right, ready, guys? So there's our lion, our lamb. We're gonna let our lamb um, dry overnight because I had to lengthen his nose. And let me put this light onto the clouds here. When you put the light on, it just definitely makes the clouds glow better. But we're going to put more, I'm going to have to grind that eggshell up a little bit more to get that glow. It's actually really hard to see in this light. I think during the day you would be able to see it much better. But you can definitely see a difference between this here. This is where I put the eggshell up here. It's nice, bright and white. And then you slowly bring it down. So this is going to really be glowing once it's dry. I'm so excited. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, and these are the angels over here. There's like 3 of them in a row, and we're going to work more on those as well, getting those done. And then one over there. And I think this kind of looks like a dove, so I'm just gonna, I like that. I'm gonna leave it like that, like it's a dove flying in the clouds. So there you go, guys. That's our show for tonight. Dun, 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 dun. And thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you, y'all. Yay! We'll see you next time. We're gonna shoot for 8:30 on Thursday. So we'll see you then. You guys have a great week. I look forward to seeing you and checking out your live streams. And usually anybody who subscribes to my channel, I will check your channel out and subscribe to yours as well. We all need to support each other in our artist community. So Joan, I enjoyed hanging out with you. Oh, thank you. You are so cool. Um, yes. Okay, guys, have a great night, and we will see you Thursday. And Boat God, if you're there, goodbye. Miss you. See you next time, hopefully, and good luck with all your stuff you're working on. And goodbye, Candy Heart. I didn't get to spend too much time with you. And Midnight Dragons. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully you subscribed. And we will see you next time.